Good evening. Well, good night, I should say. Hello, hello, hello. What is up, Uptown Knicks family? I know this is a very random live stream late at night, probably not on your bingo card on a Thursday early morning. But here to say this is just a trial run just to see what it would be like to stream at night. Um, Today's show is going to be a little bit of off-season shakeup. You read the title of the video. Uh, so yeah, we're just gonna get into it, man. Talk about the Knicks' new coaching hire and Mike Brown. So we're gonna watch the entire press conference and react to that, see how that goes, see how it went. Um, Talk about the new signings: Jordan Clarkson, Gershon Yabusele. I like it. I like it. Good pickups. We'll talk about that, react to that, and watch a couple of their highlights. We're gonna read some of the press releases, just to get some official tissue. You know, I wanted to just wait and stream and cover the team once all the official documentation and the ink is on paper. So that's why it's such a, I guess, late review by us. But it's just, you know, everything is speculation until it's done on paper. So with that being said, man, no further ado, let's get it started, man. Let's get into it. Let's talk about what's been going on with the Knicks. Pretty excited, man. Pretty excited. So, well, first and foremost, in this year's draft, Knicks did have number 50. They had to forfeit a draft pick because of the they call it tampering with the Jalen Brunson signing. So the Knicks had one draft pick, and they did move down to 51, traded with the Clippers, and they drafted a Frenchman. His name is Mohamed Diawara. So we have up here his NBA draft profile. Um, I don't know much about him, but hey, it's interesting, man. We got another Frenchman. Um, I think Yabusele is also from France. Our rookie from last year, Dadier, he is also from France. So let's see what it says. Over Mohamed Diawara began his basketball training at INSEP before moving to Paris basketball of the LNB Elite League in 2021. In the summer of 2022, Diawara was named the best player at the Basketball Without Borders camp in Milan by a group of scouts from FIBA and the NBA. After receiving little playing time for Paris basketball, Diawara was loaned to Poitiers Basket 86 during the 2023-24 season and Cholet basketball in 2024-2025. With Cholet, Diawara made 27 appearances, averaging 5.8 points, 3.1 rebounds, and 1.4 assists, with 38, 31, 49 shooting splits. Okay, okay. Diawara has earned two medals playing for France, winning bronze in 2022 at the under U17 FIBA World Cup and gold during the 2024 U20 FIBA Europe Basket. And so his analysis is that he's considered a draft and stash prospect who still has plenty of developing to do before making his move stateside. However, the potential is evident. While he doesn't possess elite height, Dior will immediately have one of the longest wingspans and standing reaches in the NBA. He's put strong effort and hustle on tape, crashing the offensive glass and moving without the ball to open spaces. Diawara's shot has yet to provide efficient results, but he's confident, especially in catch and shoot situations. Defensively, Diawara has all the tools to be elite, but needs to focus on the fundamentals first. Projection. Diawara's physical traits, jumper form, and defensive potential are similar to OG Anunoby. Hello, check. Jonathan Kuminga, Dorian Finney-Smith, and Bilal Coulibaly. However, NBA's path to NBA minutes will likely go through the G League like Wenyen Gabriel. Okay. Interesting. Interesting. Well, not too bad. So yeah, you see right here in the red draft trade acquired by the Clippers in a trade with the Knicks. So he's 6'8", 200 pounds, and he's born 2005. Plays the forward. I'm not, like I said, I'm not too keen or aware of a lot of his traits, but I'm always interested to learn. So let's look up some of his highlights. We'll do a quick little rundown of the summer before we you know get into this press conference with the new head coach. So we got 13 days ago, Mohamed Diawara Cholet 2024-2025 NBA draft scouting highlights. So hopefully the volume is not too loud, and let's vibe out. And,
Cette équipe.
no audio, huh?
De sa bataille, oui, mais ça va retomber dans les mains de Jamie McNeil. Attention, personne pour Diawara. Être quand même. Touche le panier. Diawara, c'est un droit pour fin. Et quand même pour Diawara.
Sorry, I missed all his highlights. Let's just mute it. Runs the floor. He's quick. Still. Okay. Got bounce. He's out of there. Hey, he's active, man. Give me that. Good hands. Okay. See how he scores as a cutter. Okay. A fake goal time. Not necessarily an alley threat, but he could finish around the rim.
godište i u prethodna dva leta je bio jedan od najboljih mladih francuskih igrača kada je
Okay. I'm not gonna watch the whole thing. I think we've seen a good amount of tape. Good little projects. I agree with his analysis. I think he'll be a draft and stash by the Knicks. He'll definitely be on the summer league team. So we'll see. They did announce the rosters, so we'll take a look at that tonight. Gonna go deeper into the summer league tomorrow. Um, and so we'll see what happens, man. Our second years now. Let's put some respect on them. Their second years. They will be highlighted. Got Tyler Kolek, Combe Dadier, and Ariel Hukporti, Kevin McCullough Jr., who the Knicks did issue a qualifying offer, so he is now a restricted free agent. I think they're going to get him back on a two-way. So let's get to the meat and potatoes of today's show, which in hindsight is about the Knicks hiring Mike Brown as the next head coach. So congratulations to Mike Brown. Mike Brown, once he got fired by the Kings, which I was shocked by, to say the least. But he was somebody that I think the Knicks um, would be able to benefit from as a head coach. Just his resume alone is pretty good for compared to a lot of the coaches that have been head coaches for the Knicks. Um, he was officially hired, I believe, on the 2nd of July. He was a head coach of three other teams prior to this: the Cavaliers, the Lakers, and the Kings. He was an assistant coach to Bernie Bickerstaff, Greg Popovich, Rick Carlisle, Steve Kerr, two-time NBA Coach of the Year, four-time NBA champion as an assistant coach, has a 454 wins to 304 loss record in the regular season. That's about 60%. And in the playoffs, he's at 50 and 40. So, hey man, I like Mike. I like him, man. He's very personable, I think he's down to earth. I think he's open and honest. I used to watch a lot of his press conferences after games, and he's just straightforward. So, I think he's kind of similar to Tibbs in that sense. As far as game plan, not so much. Um, but we'll see. We'll see. I do have the actual release of the Knicks, so let's pull that up and let's read that before we watch the actual, um, you know, what is it? Intro introductory conference. I don't know what they call it, but it's up there. So this was released on July 7th, 2025. The New York Knicks announced today that the team has named Mike Brown as head coach. After a thorough and extensive search process, bro, that took like a month, which I think the Knicks did their due diligence. It's very important. Right now there wasn't that many coaches available. I mean, there's always a coach available, but I think, uh, you know, just as far as coaches that are already in the league, the Knicks went in, they checked in. A lot of those coaches that the Knicks called the franchises and they said no, those coaches ended up getting new contracts. So you can't fault the Knicks for reaching out and trying to find the best head coach possible. And so they've landed on Mike Brown. So let's continue here. It said, after a thorough and extensive search process, we are pleased to announce Mike Brown as the head coach of the New York Knicks, said Knicks president Leon Rose. Mike has coached on the biggest stages in our sport, and brings championship pedigree to our organization. His experience leading the bench during the NBA Finals, obviously that's important if that's the first thing they led with. His experience leading the bench during the NBA Finals. You gotta listen to the wordplay, guys. um, Winning 4 titles as an assistant coach. So that's also important as an assistant coach. And his ability to grow and develop players will all help us as we aim to bring a championship to New York for our fans. Okay, okay. I would like to welcome Mike Brown to New York Knicks and the Knicks organization, said James L. Dolan, MSG Sports Executive Chairman and CEO. Leon and our staff ran a thorough and thoughtful process that led our organization to Mike, and I'm pleased to see him on the sideline for us next season. Brown joins the Knicks after he was most recently the head coach of the Sacramento Kings for 3 seasons, 2022 to 25, where he coached them to a 107-88 record. In his first year as the Kings head coach, he led them to 48 wins and the third seed in the Western Conference. The 48 wins are the eighth most in franchise history and the most since the 2004-05 season. He led, excuse me, sorry. He led the Kings to their first playoff appearance since the 2005-06 season, ending the longest active playoff drought in North American professional sports at the time. Following the 2022-23 season, Brown was also named the NBA Coach of the Year for the second time in his career, becoming the 11th coach to win multiple NBA Coach of the Year awards. He also became the first coach in NBA history to win Coach of the Year by a unanimous vote. During the 2022-23 season for the Kings, Brown orchestrated a historic offense where Sacramento averaged 118.6 points per 100 possessions, the best offensive efficiency of any team since play-by-play was first tracked in the 1996-1997 season. The Kings also averaged 120.7 points, the most since the 1983-84 Denver Nuggets at the time. Okay, okay, you're using me. Brown began his coaching career as an assistant coach for the Washington Wizards, the San Antonio Spurs, and the Indiana Pacers. He helped guide the Spurs to the 2003 NBA championship. Brown earned his first head coaching job with the Cleveland Cavaliers, where he coached them to their first playoff berth since 1997-98 season. He also guided the Cavaliers to their first NBA Finals appearance during the 2006-07 season. He's the second all-time in Cavaliers franchise history with 305 wins, trailing only Hall of Fame coach Lenny Wilkens with 316. Okay. A lot of that has to do with LeBron, of course. Following the 09 and 10 season, Brown was named NBA Coach of the Year after coaching the Cavaliers to a league best and team record 66 wins. Prior to the 2012-13 season, he became the head coach of the Los Angeles Lakers, which I feel like he got fired from that, like unfairly too. Like that and the Kings, I think he got fired way too quickly and unfairly. But that's neither here nor there. He's the head coach of the Knicks. Continuing, it said Brown coached the Lakers to 41 wins and the third seed in the Western Conference in a 66-game shortened season. He then coached the Cavaliers for a second time during the 2013-14 season before becoming assistant coach with the Golden State Warriors. Brown served as the acting head coach during the 2016-2017 playoffs while Steve Kerr was absent, leading the Warriors to a 12-0 record in those games. It's mighty. The Warriors would go on to win the 2017 NBA championship and set an NBA record for the highest postseason winning percentage in NBA history. Brown will go on to win 2 more NBA championships with the Warriors as an assistant coach. Mike holds a career record 454 wins, 304 losses over parts of 11 seasons with the Cavaliers, Lakers, and Kings. He led teams to at least 45 wins in 7 of his 11 seasons, including 4 50-win seasons and 2 60-win seasons. Brown began his coaching career as a video coordinator and scout for 5 seasons with the Denver Nuggets. In 2020, he was named head coach of Nigeria's national basketball team. All right, so shout out to Mike, man. Got a lot of accolades under his belt. It's good to see. And yeah, we just gotta get into this press conference now, man. Get right into it. It's about 21 minutes long, so we're gonna watch the entire thing. We're gonna watch it. We're gonna hear what he has to say. Um, I believe his contract is for 4 years, so that falls in line with everybody. So let's see if we can get it done, man. They have a lot of high expectations. I just want to see a different offense. I just want to see a different offense. All right, we got that loaded up. See,
Uh, First of all, I'd like to start by thanking Mr. Dolan, Leon Rose, for this incredible opportunity. I'd also like to acknowledge my fiance, Ro, for her continued support and for being here. I look forward to working with Leon, forming a great partnership with our shared common goal of winning a championship. I'm honored and excited to be the new head coach of the New York Knicks. We talk about a historic franchise, Madison Square Garden. It's iconic. Our fans, they're the most knowledgeable and passionate, probably in all of sports. There's a lot of work to be done. We have an outstanding roster. What they did in the playoffs shows their potential. I've had great conversations with all of our players, and I'm looking forward to growing positive, strong relationships with all of them over time. Our goal, starting with Mr. Dolan, to Leon, to the players, all the way down to the fans, is to build a sustainable winning culture that produces championships. That's why I'm here. I'm fortunate to know what it takes to create that success. A lot of hard work, a high level of commitment, and a focus on today. Now, a lot of you guys are going to say, this sounds cliche, and it is, but we can't skip any steps. It's about one day, one practice, one shoot around at a time. The soul of our identity when it comes to culture is going to be based on a trust that's centered around sacrifice, a connectivity, a competitive spirit, and an overall belief in the process and each other. I'm looking forward to getting to know you all, but there's a lot of work to do, and
what's
I'm ready to
going
get
on,
started.
Coach? How you feeling? Yeah, man. Late night stream, testing it out, seeing how it is, seeing if there's any Nick fans out there hiding at 3 a.m.
The first thing is,
But
everybody knows I like to play fast, and
I didn't check out this press conference yet, so I figured why not do it tonight and let's see what coach has to say, you know what I'm saying? I'm excited to have him and let's see if he ups the offense. Granted we need some good defense, but I like the coaching decision. You want to go with a coach that's been there. He's done it a lot of times, and so experience matters with coaching as well. And if we want to be in the finals, we need a coach that has been there and just not once. So I give credit to the front office for taking their time to find the coach. I know the blogs and the media folks were all saying, "How do you fire a coach and not have a plan or somebody there immediately to take over?" And I just don't believe in that mindset. It's like, what's the rush? Obviously, you want to have a list of people, and I think they did. Taylor Jenkins, Mike Brown, Mika Nori, Don Staley, as they said. But I just think you take your time, man. With something as delicate as trying to make it to the NBA Finals, which only two teams can do every year. You don't want to just go out there and rush and go with the head coach, especially someone that's going to be scrutinized early, having to deal with the New York media, the New York fans, um, that pressure. So I think they went in and got the right guy for the job. Will it actually translate? We don't know. But until then, I'm just here for the excitement. I hear what he has to say. Summer League is important too. We get a chance to see the young guys um, play first and foremost. I'm not really looking to see improvements from last year because we didn't watch them that much, even though they played a good amount of time. I just want to see them get some minutes in. That's it. So let's get back to this. We're about 4 minutes into it. So yeah, do it.
And like I said, we have an outstanding roster. Um, I'm excited about that. And to have a guy like Jalen out there gives you the versatility to play all different types of ways, which is what it's going to take throughout a course of a ball game.
Mike, Steve Popper from Music. You had expectations and other jobs you taken stepping behind the middle and stuff. Just kind of what is it for you coming into a team that's reached the conference finals, the expectations you're stepping into?
Well, there's nobody has any bigger expectations, first of all, than I do. I mean, my expectations are high. Um, but I mean, this is the Knicks. I talked about Madison Square Garden being iconic. I talked about our fans. I love and embrace the expectations that come along with it. So I'm looking forward to it.
Questions about why they fired the last guy, what is the new guy bringing in to elevate it above what the previous guy did. So in what ways do you plan to kind of just elevate this team in ways that Tom Thibodeau did?
Well, first of all, Tom is a tremendous coach, and he is a friend of mine. But I don't want to get into the past. I'm just excited about the roster. I'm excited about the things that we're going to put in place here and where we can go with the guys that we have. Thank you.
In terms of championship caliber, good basketball, how do you define that? What is your vision of good basketball, particularly with the pieces you have on both sides?
It's a twofold question. What I've experienced, and I said it in my opening statement. I've been to 6 finals with 3 different teams, and the commonality that they all had is they all sacrifice for one another. They're all connected. The connectivity, it's at the highest, and it starts with ownership on down. They all have a competitive spirit, and there's a high level of belief, not just in the process, but each other. So those 4 things are common amongst all the teams that I've been with that have participated in the finals. My pleasure.
Obviously, when you're going into a job search, you want to sell yourself to the team. When you go into those, what do you want to hear from the team in terms of what they want to do to help enhance you and set you up for success?
The first thing, the only person I really had to sell myself to was Roe, and obviously it worked. That's why she's sitting right there. But I respect Leon's process. I feel like I'm a detailed guy. I feel like I'm thorough with anything and everything that I try to do. Um, so it's no different here. I was just myself throughout the process. Had great conversations with Mr. Dolan, obviously with Leon and his group, because my whole thing is I want to form a partnership with him to do this together. It's impossible to do on your own. And obviously the outcome is exciting for me because I'm sitting in the seat that I wanted to be in.
Mike, how are you? Chris here, nice to meet you.
My pleasure.
One of the things that stands out a lot from the job you did in Sacramento and just generally is I think you're seen as a coach who coaches guys accountable. And obviously you coached under Pop and what does that look like for you with star players and your willingness to kind of hold them to account? What does that look like given that so many of the players had tight relationships with the last coach and a group of them played in the same program in college? Like, what does that look like to you to ask for accountability? What does it look like to this group?
But well, in general, I think that is a part of my job. It's one of my values is accountability, but not just for players and even for myself. I expect people to hold me accountable. But at the end of
I've
the
heard that
day,
before for
it's
sure.
about relationships. It's about the trust that I talked about. And once you grow those relationships, then you're going to talk openly about anything that you need to in the direction that you need to go. And so I'm going to be open and honest with them, and I'm sure they're going to be open and honest with me. And like I said, I'm no different.
Mike, Ian,
My pleasure. Yeah.
looking at this team I'm just wondering the starting five, particularly late in the year, they have a tough time defensively. Do you see areas where
Sounds like Ian Begley.
defense or things that you do this, gets more stuff? Do you see that at all this week?
But again, I thought, what the group did this past year in the playoffs, it just shows their potential, and not just defensively but offensively too. And so I'm looking forward to putting a plan in place and working with those guys on both ends of the floor. I love their length. I love their versatility. And so implementing something or my vision is very exciting for me, and hopefully it is for everybody else, because I think the ceiling is high on both ends for the group. Good to see you.
I was curious, in the beginning, couple months of the year, the Knicks were right there in the top. After January 1st or so, they were around the middle of the pack in offensive rating. What did you see from watching them in the second half versus the first half of the year of kind of stuff a little bit and more schematically the offense to get that level where it was?
Like I said, I thought Tom Thibodeau did a great job, and the guys did a fantastic job last year. But I'm looking forward. We just added 2 new additions to the team that are going to bring a lot of versatility to how we're going to play. I just can't wait to get on the court and start implementing things that we want to do offensively to help us grow and take it to another level. But we still got some time before we do that.
They on vacation.
It seemed like over the course of this year, there were quite a few coaching changes, really starting with you, went on to Memphis and Denver, and finally here that surprised people. The team had done very well. The guy had a great run there, took them to places that had gone in a long time. Is it getting harder as a coach to sort of understand what the organization wants, or why do you want to keep doing this? Jump right back in and keep going as a coach.
I mean, I'm passionate about coaching. I want to win. And, you know, you want to be in a great place that has like thinking. And so I know for me, especially speaking with Mr. Dolan, uh, speaking with Leon, and I have a history with Leon, knowing who he is as a person, knowing that I'd love to partner with him, and then looking at the roster. And the reality of it is, uh, Rose said, we better move to New York because I'm a foodie. So when you combine all those things, it was a no-brainer for me. You know, the league is the league, and there's always going to be ebbs and flows in terms of how the hiring and firing process goes, and you just embrace it and you keep moving forward.
Heard it.
Congratulations on the new goal. In Sacramento, your first year, ending the playoff drought. What did you bring from that experience here?
You know, I learned a lot, not just in Sacramento, but throughout my entire career. I'm a firm believer that if you don't evolve, no matter what profession you're in, I'm sure you guys feel it too, especially some of you guys that have been around for a long time. Okay, I'm not gonna say any names. I'm just pointing out that way. I'm not saying any names.
He
But
said,
for some of you
uh-huh.
guys that's been around a long time, and you feel the young bucks. I'm not pointing it or saying it. You feel the young bucks clawing at the back of your heels, and so you know, learning, growing, evolving throughout the course of your time of where you're at is something that I'm a firm believer in, and I can't just pinpoint one thing, but I know I appreciate my time in Sacramento. I appreciate the fans there, and I appreciate the opportunity that Vivek gave me to run his team.
Piggybacking on that.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, basketball is obviously evolved from when you first started as a coach to
Yeah.
just how are your views on basketball changed, considering the game evolved, and considering your experience you mentioned Golden State, you guys won a bunch of titles. How was your view on basketball changed with the game?
Wow, it's changed in a lot of different ways. I mean, I can go far back. My first bench job was with the Washington Bullets. They were still called the Bullets back then, and we were playing at the Cap Center still in Landover, Maryland. And you know, we had Chris Webber and Juwan Howard and Tracy Murray and all those guys, Tim Legler, and you know, you learn a lot from not just your experience as a coach with the other coaches there, but also from the players. You know, when I was in San Antonio with David and Tim, it was about playing inside out. And now, fast forward to my time with Steve, it's about pace and space. And that's where the game is. And like I said, if you can't evolve, you're going to get left behind. And so I feel like I'm trying to do that. And hopefully we'll be able to bring some of that here.
Mike Rod Rubin from Newsday.
Pleasure.
A question about the Eastern Conference landscape. Some of the high-achieving teams have suffered crippling injuries that could affect them in the coming season. How do you see the Knicks as they stack up in the conference landscape?
Well, first of all, you know, you don't ever want to see anybody get hurt, you know, especially like the way those guys did. Excuse me, that's unfortunate. You know, throw basketball out the window. That's just unfortunate for them as individuals, and on top of that, for their families and organizations, and all that other stuff. But you know, there are a lot of good teams out there. It doesn't matter if those guys are injured or not. At the end of the day, teams are going to find ways to win. And so we don't feel like it's going to be any easier just because of the injuries going forward. We're going to have to focus on this thing one day at a time, one practice at a time, one shoot around at a time, and try to get better each and every day. So when it comes time to make our run in the playoffs, we're ready. Good. And
Well, you obviously
took Sacramento when they should have been time to place that they hadn't been in the tournament.
Yeah.
So when this coach, very unclear body of fire. Did you ever get a clear idea of what happened?
I don't even want to get into it because that's behind me. I'm excited
He
about
don't
being
want to
here in
talk
New
about the
York, and
past,
like I
man.
said earlier, taking her to a couple of restaurants because it probably won't happen come September, October, at least for the next 6 months. But I'm again thankful for the opportunity out in Sacramento.
Sorry,
Yeah.
Coaching guys like LeBron, coaching guys like Steph, Kevin Durant, Tim Duncan. What did that experience help you with from job to job?
That's part of my evolution. I learned a lot from all those guys, from Tim Duncan to LeBron to Steph to KD to Draymond to Foxy. I mean, you go down the line because they're all different. That's what makes my experience, my background, in my opinion, help me be different or unique. Just being around those guys. Even a guy like Andre Iguodala, who I love to death. You know, just all those guys helped me grow in some way, shape, or form, and they all, whether they want to admit it or not or whatever, they all have a little bit to do with why I'm standing right here.
Mike Carroll from New York Post. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Curious how closely you followed watching these guys last year. Obviously, in the moment, we didn't realize you'd be standing there.
Right.
We were just watching it. Assuming you're watching it as a guy who likes basketball and knows basketball. What were your impressions then? Not realizing you were coaching, just watching the basketball.
But again, watching them as a fan, which I did not just here, but with every team in the league. You're excited. I said that they have we have an outstanding roster. What they did in the playoffs shows their potential, and I'm looking forward to getting to work with these guys.
Why do reporters ask like the same questions, just different words?
Getting a new job. How soon are you talking to players? How soon are you trying to finalize your staff?
I never understood it.
Process of
Like, are they not at the same
you
press conference?
today, I guess.
Yeah, it's a lot of that. You want to reach out um, to all your players. You want to start that line of communication going because
Group chat.
at the end of the day, again, I go back to this is what you guys do. It's about relationships, and those relationships
Yeah.
are some of the most important relationships that I'm going to have going forward. And so touching base with them, getting that process going, and then I want to be collaborative. I want to form that partnership with Leon again. I'm excited to do that with him, and so he and I, we just started, sitting down and talking about different ways to formulate a staff. So that's going to be a process that's ongoing, and who knows how long it will take. But those are a couple of things that you really start to dive into, as well as trying to figure out the landscape and all that other stuff when you get a job.
Yeah.
Just your thoughts on what you saw Carl Town and Mitchell Robinson. That here those two guys sharing
Once I get my staff together and we dive more into it, we'll figure out, all those types of things. I'm excited that they're both on the team, obviously, because they're two different players. Mitchell's a vertical threat. Cat, as you know, is a space threat, and so to have the versatility that those two guys bring to the table is going to be a lot of fun. So,
Is that a big to big lob preface?
that's a great question. I think you have a philosophy on both ends of the floor, but you have to make sure that it fits with your personnel. So it's ever evolving, and it will be here once our roster is final, our staff is final. We'll lay the groundwork or the foundation for what we're going to do going forward as a unit.
Thank you, everybody. Thanks, Coach.
Thank you, guys. I appreciate it.
Okay. So that was Coach Mike Brown. Uh, As expected for introductory press conference, not a lot to say. He did touch on accountability is one of his huge things. Leaning on his experience in the finals as a coach. He said he's very excited about the roster. So I'm not expecting too many roster changes. Maybe a good addition with the vet men. Not sure who the Knicks are looking for. Um, I don't like to speculate when it comes to these guys because you think right, they always go left. Like, you know, I mean, I think Clarkson might have been on their radar all season. Um, but not necessarily Yabusele. I do like that pickup. And personally, I wouldn't mind going with Landry Shamit once again, running it back with the Shamit. But I know we need some point guard depth. Kolek is a good guy, but that's a lot to ask for a player in their second year. So I think backup point guard, combo guard is a good look. Um, so we'll just have to see where the Knicks end up going with that aspect of it. So not too sure, man. Not too sure. Uh, let's see. Go to Twitter real quick just to see a few little things. They got on
To the New York
coach.
Knicks. Excitement about the roster is the competitive spirit that you feel, again, from the outside looking in, the maturity, the will to want to win at all costs. Our goal is to build a sustainable winning culture. I'm fortunate to know what it takes to create that success, but there's a lot of work to do, and I'm ready to get started.
PR, good PR right there.
It's a big.
Wait, what it said? Get to know coach. Which fact surprised you most?
It's a big city. You know what? I'd be a UPS driver. Brown delivers or something crazy like that. In shorts.
Brown delivers.
Be my own boss, not have to think about anything else. To keep working, and if you do, you can reach your dreams. Oh, sure. Washington. I mean, come on, baby. My grandson called me Pop Pop. I thought it was too cool to have a grandson. So at first, I told his parents that he was going to have to call me Big Mike. But I settled on Pop Pop. Here's George. UFC. I'm a huge UFC fan. I think that's the whole. I just watched
UFC? Okay.
House of Dragons. That's it.
Hey, Mitchell Robinson is gonna like that, coach.
Enjoy the ride. I'm looking forward to it. You guys are passionate, very knowledgeable, and I can't wait to get this thing started.
Okay. Coach ready, man. I'm getting a little bit more excited. I don't know about you guys, but I'm certainly getting just a little bit more excited. Also, congratulations to Carmelo Anthony, man. Gets the cover of NBA 2K26, the Superstar Edition. So shout out to Melo, man. Former Nick. Did get in the Hall of Fame this year. So the Melo year this year. I will be purchasing this. I haven't played this game in about 10 years. So this is right on time for me. I get the game back after 10 years and it's Mellow on it. So nice. All right, man. Let's keep this thing flowing. Uh just a little bit more to cover. We're gonna cover the new additions to the team. So the Knicks signed Jordan Clarkson and Gershon Yabusele. What do you think, man? Leave some thoughts in the comment section. Let me know how you feel about this move for the Knicks. Is it an upgrade? Is it a downgrade? Um, does it help the bench? Does it help the starters? I don't know. I don't know, man. Um, so yeah, we can start with let's go with Yabusele. Yabusele, this is his press release. Wish Melo got this love when he was playing. Yeah, man, me too. I agree, coach. I think it was hard for a lot of players, not players, fans to understand players back then because, they come off as very egotistical or they just, their love of the game, I think, wasn't as understandable as it is now. With all the tech, with all this media, everybody getting behind the scenes, getting the chance to know the players off the court. Um, so I think Melo got a bad rep in the media, just as any top guy in the league, man. When they can't hate on the game, they try to make your character look bad. And so I think Melo just ended up getting a bad rep in general. But like you can't deny his game, man. One of the best to ever play. And so I'm happy he able to play for the Knicks. I wish he would have stayed on the team. I think Phil Jackson was a strategic cancer to the Knicks by whoever sent him. And just I'm very happy for Melo, man. Very happy for him. Shout out to his son Cayenne as well. Will be going to Syracuse University, so like father, like son. But yes, Gershon Yabusele, also from France, I believe. This is press release. Last season, he played with Philly. He's 29, 6'8", 265. So I don't know. They call him center. I don't know. Centers these days, you could be 6'6" and be a center. But he played in 70 games last season with Philly, 43 starts, averaged 11 points on 50% shooting. Nice, 38% from three-point range, 5.5 rebounds and 2 assists in 27 minutes. All right. Registered 20 points in 9 games and 10 plus points in 35 games. Career highs, of course. Didn't play too much when he got drafted. Recorded 3 double doubles and recorded a career high 28 points. So yeah, France native. Collected by boss. All right, so let's just get right into it, man. See some of his stats. Born in the 90s, 95, drafted in 2016, 16th pick. That's nice numbers. 3-year experience in the league. Yeah, man, we definitely do. Yabusele, the Knicks drafted Hamid Diawara, and of course last year's draft and Pacome Dadier, my guy Paco. I can't wait to see him play some more. Um, I'm really high on him. I really want him to be a very good star in the league, and so I'm really excited to see if he plays some more minutes. Don't want him to have any pressure. Just go out there and play, man. Play raw, enjoy the game, and have fun out there. So, you know, should be a good time. Yeah, Yabusele does everything we wanted Precious to do. Yeah, well, we'll see. We'll definitely see. He definitely puts the ball on the floor. He shoot better than Precious. So I definitely think it's an upgrade. I like his energy. Of course, he's a like energizer bunny, man. Just kind of like campaign off the bench. Um, always hungry, plays with a chip on his shoulder. So I really like Yabusele. He's kind of someone that grew on me through the I think it was the Olympics. Was it the Olympics? Pretty sure it was the Olympics. But he grew on me, man, when he played with France. So I'm happy. I'm happy with this addition. Not sure what his contract is, but yeah, man. We got ourselves a nice forward off the bench that can play center. That's good, man. We can go small and still feel big. Kid we got this year and Paco or Ferns. That's good. Great. I mean, I don't know if he makes a team. You know, does he come over and just play for Westchester? Could be a, an option, but I feel he might stay in France. But you never know. You never know. They ended up buying out Dadier's contract, and he stayed with the Knicks. So you never know. The Knicks obviously are prioritizing player development and the bench and expanding the rotation. So let's see what happens. I do want to watch a couple of his highlights from last season just to see what we got. Oh, I thought I changed this. Sorry. That's on me. All right. So there's only 5 minutes. This is his highlights from last season, 2024, 2025. I haven't had a chance to watch it, so let's see what he got, man. Let's see what Yabusele did. They mentioned he started 40 games last season. 43 starts. 43 starts. You know, Philly was all messed up, so it was a good outing for him, man. He did sign a 1-year deal with Philly, and he showcased himself a lot and got himself a contract with the New York Knicks. So obviously he did enough to be on the radar of Leon Rose. And I've Leon Rose has gained my trust. Front office has gained my trust. A lot of people aren't too happy with them, myself included. You know, I don't like that they're always not in the mix, but I've learned to just be okay with it. So now I'm very patient, and so that's why this video is coming out now. Well, this live stream, I should say, because it's not pre-recorded. This live is now because I just wanted for everything to be inked on paper and official before putting out any live streams. This is probably news that everyone already knows, but for myself, I kind of just avoid all the rumors until the official announcements of everything. So let's watch these highlights of Gershon Yabusele, one of the Knicks' newest addition this offseason.
Switching everything initially here.
Throws it down.
Gershon Yabusele.
Paul George's debut. Gershon Yabusele. That's where they're supposed to be. Yabu launching and hitting.
Okay. Confident with the three-pointer, too. Good pump fake. Get off me. He likes that one-arm hang thing. Let's see if he does it here. Oh, nope. Runs the floor, though. That's good.
In a Jokic sort of spot. Oubre, takeaway. Gershon all the way to the
Come
cup.
on.
Yes. Get inside to him. Yabu right to the rim. Steelers left into a couple of Magic players. Great look. Yeah, guarding Bridges. And takes it away. And the Yabu said.
In transition. Oh. Brother. He dunking on people like that. Wait a second, man. Let's replay that back for a second, because that was in transition off the pass from the half court on a former Knick and Daquan Jeffries. Oh man. Wow. See that again.
Yeah, guarding Bridges. Takes it away. And the Yabu said.
Okay. I mean, Precious was dunking on people too, so that's nice. Because if anybody knows me, man, and they follow this channel, Uptown Knicks, Precious was my guy. That's my Precious. I'ma miss him. If he can come back on the team, also not opposed to it. You know what I'm saying? I like my New York guys. Sorry, he's from the Bronx. Shout out the Bronx. All right. Yeah. Damn, when did he run in transition? Wasn't he guarding the ball? Oh, oh yeah, he caught Donovan Mitchell slipping. He just come out. I like that. Good read out of him.
George. Abu. A deep three. Shots. Got it. Goes.
He shoots with confidence, man. Oh my gosh.
That dude's got a family.
Bruh. Nah, no dribble too. Come here.
Thought about the three, taking it as former teammates.
Jab step drive. Get off me. I like that. He got some muscle.
Great first quarter for Yabu.
You know what I like about him that's different from Precious though? Like when he puts the ball on the floor, you can see he has more confidence handling the rock. And that's important. That's important. I'm sorry, that's important.
Watch the steal.
He's dunking on everybody. Good screen. Roll. Easy. Yeah, he likes to hang with that one hand. Check out the motor on this guy. With the follow, put back, no, yeah. At the buzzer.
He's only played 11 minutes. Jokic 2 assists away. Wow, Yabusele packs it.
Oh, that was an and one. Nah, he keep doing that to Jared Allen. That's the second play I seen.
3:40 to go, opening quarter.
Oh, that's yeah. Give me that. Bron, you better get out the way. Yeah, we got us one. Hold on.
Getting Philly riled up.
Like the linebacker that Yabu was earlier.
Alleys? My man catching alley? Oh yeah, good roll, good pass.
Take another look at this.
I like that.
Bounce pass, then boom, turns it over.
There was a game I was watching, and I'm not sure if it was Doris Burke that was commentating or if it was like a Philadelphia local reporter, broadcaster. But she was like, Yabusele, Yabba Dabba Doo. And I thought that was so fire. I don't know if he'll pick up that kind of nickname, but I thought Yabba Dabba Doo was crazy. And one.
Picks up the foul. That's Kessler. I should say Edwards. Kessler. Thank you.
I really like this addition by the Knicks.
Trouble here. Kata and Drummond, they gotta be separated. Hunter 3 on the fly. It's picked up.
Nah, Yabu be leaking out. You better get back on defense on the Knicks, brother.
Walker recently signing with Philadelphia, had been playing in Lithuania. It's a sport game with the Sixers.
That's an and one.
Address some injured players. Shani Yabusele right to the rack. What if you
I like that, man. Just imagine the pick and rolls between him and Brunson. Even Clarkson.
Yabusele, back-to-back buckets for the Frenchman. With the first two. Dancing big.
They end the video with an and one dunk foul on Julius Randle. You can't make this up. Oh man, but hey, I'm really excited for Gershon Yabusele to join this team. Um, obviously, any highlight tape can make a player look great. Uh, defense is super important in New York, but also just the love of the game, showing your passion, your hustle, um, the willingness to grind out. And I think he has those things. I think he might be willing to do it. That's what it seems like. So I'm excited, man. I'm excited. Let's see really quickly if his his contract or what it is. I think it's the mid-level exception, but to be honest, not been that invested just yet. I have not been that invested just yet when it comes to the cap space and contracts and things of that nature. Uh, but I think that's what it looks like. The mid level looks like 2 years. Uh, yeah, 2 years, 11 million. I think. So the mid level exception to Gershon Yabusele by the Knicks. Good job. And we're gonna talk about right now the former six man of the year, Jordan Clarkson, signed a 1 year with the contract. I think vet minimum, I guess, 3 million. Okay. So nice pickup by the Knicks, man. Nice pickups. Jordan Clarkson on a 1 year. He played 37 games last year. Got shut down. He was in and out the lineup, dealing with plantar fasciitis. Um, so I'm excited. I'm excited about that, man. Jordan Clarkson, welcome to New York. Shout out to him. Um, yep, last season, 37 games, 9 starts with Utah, 16 points, 3.7. We'll give him four assists and 3 rebounds over 26 minutes. So both those guys played around the same amount of time, 26, 27 minutes per game. Um, he totaled he has totaled 8,000 points off the bench in his career, which ranks 11th all time and first among active players. Okay. I mean, this is solid, man. Solid player off the bench. Sometimes he can go a little AWOL. Like he might be chucking. He might be chucking. But as an avid basketball fan, I'm okay with it. To some degree. To some degree, man. You miss a lot of shots you don't take, and if you're not shooting, don't know. I'd rather you shoot the ball, just don't get too, don't get too shot happy. We got a lot of scoring on this team. You have a lot of money invested in the starting unit. let's not forget you on a 1-year contract. Right? Let's not forget. Okay, this is not LA Lakers. This is not the Utah Jazz. This ain't a multi-year contract, Clarkson. You know what I'm saying? This is coming off surgery, foot injury, in and out the lineups. We need scoring off the bench. We need somebody that can um be a little level-headed. I know sometimes he go a little pecan, but he's had a chance to represent his team when it comes to international basketball. I believe he's from the Philippines. And so you know, he's been on a lot of world stages, so I think he's matured over the course of his NBA career. He is, let's see, this is 11th season. So, he's 33 now. He's actually older than me. Oh wow, his birthday was last month. So, second round pick. And yeah, man, I'm excited for Jordan Clarkson. Had one of his best seasons. Looks like gonna be 3 years ago with Utah. Played 61 games, averaged 32 minutes and 20 points. Let's look at the turnovers. Listen, man, 2 turnovers, 3 turnovers. So he must have played a lot of point this season with Utah. That's my assumption. Usually when you see a guy have this many turnovers on average, I'm not sure if you guys can see that. It might be a little small. But when you see a guy with like this many turnovers, two, three, usually they have the ball in their hand a lot more often. And it kind of shows, like 26 minutes, 30 minutes, 32 minutes compared to, 24, 24, 23. He definitely didn't have the ball in his hand. Cleveland, I forgot he played for Cleveland. You know, excited, man. Let's watch some of his highlights. This was some of his best scoring plays from 2024, 2025. This video was actually put together by Fourth and Forever, their channel. See what clips he got for us. Let's see, man. He didn't play a lot last season. Again, 37 games. Was shut down by Danny Ainge and the Utah Jazz staff, dealing with plantar fasciitis. I hope I'm saying that right. I'm not a doctor. I don't know these terms. I just read. All right, Jordan Clarkson.
Clarkson on the drive inside. It's across the timeline. 2 minutes into the second quarter. JC Brown scores.
Hang time.
Rookie confident strides across midcourt. Patty Mills to Clarkson. Quick hit three.
Not afraid to shoot. That's what I like.
Rivers, we just got to keep moving that rock. He said that's what's going to keep our lead. That's what gave us the lead in the first quarter. Keep that thing moving, Lisa. Thanks, Mel.
ISO. Pulls. Ooh. 3 on the shot clock. Is he aware? He is. Puts up a shot. Doesn't draw the foul, but hits it. You gotta like that he's aware of the shot clock, guys. Get off me.
Starts doing the clock at 7. Nice pump fake. Fires top side, fills it. They're not going to miss many.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's surprising how big they are. It's a massive basketball team, great size. Clarkson.
So he bumps.
That's toast. He just shot over Ty Jerome easily.
JC deep.
Against New York.
There's Clarkson.
I know he's had some of his best
Fires it
games
He's
in the
capable of
Garden.
that. 36 points and had 11 assists in the Westchester Knicks overtime victory. And here he is on the Garden floor. Clarkson spinning. Boy, what a move from Clarkson. Jordan Clarkson in. And Clarkson immediately fires away.
And it just kept going on and on. That'll be the last you'll see of that highlight.
Clarkson drills that one. Shots that weren't falling earlier now starting to fall.
Hey, boy.
Again, banged into
Is this, what's going on?
Continues. Gets it again, bangs it in. Boy, he's
Sometimes
All right, a new
he
team.
trails and tries to knock that three down. And
Yo, he is not afraid to shoot.
It's hit a couple of three-pointers here. Off the bench.
See, like that's what we need from Deuce,
On
man.
an assist here.
Pull up three off the
Given
dribble.
opportunity to
Don't be
start.
afraid.
JC one more time. Off balance.
Deuce like to catch and shoot
Trail after
threes too
three.
much.
Most wins in the NBA.
Pull up
so
off the drive,
don't
man.
count the magic in. JC drills a triple.
He's shooting from distance. He's pulling that.
Further
5 on the shot clock.
in this game, 21.
Off the inbounds.
Clarkson for three.
Water.
Deontay George.
He's in the corner again.
To shoot. Are you kidding me? Oh, nicely done. Walker picks up the second block and a big one. JC leans in three.
it's just a matter of
Yo, he's also one of those guys, like, once he gets hot,
12
you gotta
and a
find
half
him.
Now with 29. JC for three. It's not an awkward
a
shot,
tricky
by the way, to
shooter
start
for-
things off
for
the Jazz.
sure,
Clarkson
but-
able to recover and knock down the three.
Slash cut into the rim, and Zoo found them perfectly.
Well, Clarkson has never.
I like that, though. We added some more shooting to the team.
And the loose ball belongs to Clarkson. It's a feel good three. It's three in a row for Jordan Clarkson. He did
3 in
not
a
quit.
row. Look at that. Pass, gets it back.
Clarkson, tough shot for some.
That's supposed to be an and one, man. Good pump fake. Fakes the pass, puts up the little floater.
They were 13 over 500. Was 2021
On the wing. Pulling that on you, LeBron. Hold that. My eyes.
Trying to get out on Clarkson.
0 for 2 tonight. JC glides into front court. They'll try a triple.
Nah, he be shooting, bro. That's what we need. No lie. Well, I want to pause this real quick. Like, just to say this, we definitely need somebody that's just gonna pull up and shoot threes. Like Bridges, Deuce, OG, like they shoot threes. Don't get me wrong, but it's like they always gotta catch and shoot the three. Like it's like they don't know how to. They don't know how to shot, like create that shot. Like they don't know how to create a 3-point shot for themselves. Like Bridges, I love it. He works well in the mid-range zone. OG, get out of his way. The 6'8" demon is a freight train. Deuce, hit or miss sometimes. I don't know. He just some days he on the job and some days he want to pull up to a three. I don't know, but it's like it's not Jalen Brunson or Towns. Like they don't shot create into a three. Like I see OG try to step back threes a lot last season. I give him that. But Josh Hart, he not a shot creating shooter three. Landry Shamet could have been that, wasn't that. Campaign could have been that, wasn't that. Jordan Clarkson, I think he has the confidence and the skill set to achieve those things. And I think that it will be a welcome addition to the Knicks bench.
in this game. Still got a fourth quarter ahead. Oski jumps in for rebound number 8. Clarkson, 3. Up 19. The Flame. So you're nearly halfway through the third quarter without a score.
Nah, you always get the ball like 5 seconds left.
Here's JC, quick 3. Boy, he's a generational type of player.
And then he shoots so off balance that like that's hard for defenses to guard, man.
The best mid-range players in the league.
Collins, little jab step, hands it off to JC. Wants another 3.
Foot on the line. I called it a 3 though. Mm. Midi? You see some mid range? Oh no, that was the last play. All right. Hey man, these are 2 welcome additions to the Knicks. I'm actually super excited for what's to come, man. Shout out to Leon Rose going out and doing that, man. They also picked up the player option of Ariel Hukporti, so we're definitely going to be seeing him. Before we get out of here, before we head out of here, man. I don't know what else the Knicks have coming forward. Mikal Bridges, will he sign the contract extension? Or will he play out this year and maybe get a contract next year? Who knows? Who will be on coach's coaching staff? I hear that James Borrego is going to stay with the New Orleans Pelicans. Will the Knicks retain any of the coaches? You got to think Rick is staying. There's no way you get rid of Rick Brunson. I'm gonna be honest. I don't personally. I do not care what position Rick Brunson has in the New York Knicks organization during Jalen Brunson's tenure with the Knicks. I'm gonna be honest. I do not care what he does. As long as his son is happy on the New York Knicks, you keep Rick around. So, bump what anybody is saying. Rick Brunson, as long as Jalen Brunson's on this team, you better stay on this team as well. That's all I'm saying. I'm saying, man. It's been working. He been having 40-point game average. He been having 30-point games, like back-to-back All-Star seasons. You let Jalen Brunson and Rick Brunson, they're a package deal at this point. I'll be honest. James Dolan, if you was able, and this is no knock, but if you was able to have J.R. Smith and his little brother on the team, you could keep Rick Brunson and Jalen Brunson. I'm saying. The Knicks also declined team option of PJ Tucker. I do know they signed Dink 8. I like him. I haven't, I wasn't. We'll wait for summer league. Actually, we'll do the summer league thing tomorrow. We'll wait for tomorrow where we deep dive further into the summer league roster, into some of the players I think is going to stand out aside from the main core. Kolek, Dadier, Hukporti, McCullough. I like Pate. I think he's definitely going to add to the Knicks roster. And summer league, let's see, what are they? I think they sound to like a Exhibit 10 contract. So he has a chance to make it. Will he make the two-way? Will he end up on Westchester? I think he'll more than likely be on Westchester. But as a young 19-year-old, I really like his game. Um, I like how active he is as well. So let's see what the Knicks end up doing there. I think that's about it, man. I think that's about it for tonight. Like I said, late night stream, just testing the waters. So tomorrow, be regular schedule time, maybe around 6 or 7 p.m. I'll maybe shoot a little bit earlier. It's 4 a.m. now here in New York. So maybe we'll shoot for a little bit earlier than that. So yeah, man, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Um, leave a comment down below on what you think. Um, play by play coming soon for the summer league starts this Friday. So we are doing some back to back to back streams, man. A lot of content coming. Yeah, man, we're back. We're back, baby. Idea was here to join me tonight. I am your host, Aura. And the Discord, I'm fixing that up so we can get some people calling in. I think that's it for right now. We've been working on some new graphics and on getting some more production style streams. And so I'm excited, man. I'm excited. Uptown Knicks year 3 in the making, man. Appreciate you guys. I hope everyone has a great night/morning. For anyone that's rewatching this, thanks for rewatching. Appreciate all the love and support. It goes a long way. Notice everything here at Uptown Knicks. Yeah, man. About it. That's about it. No outro song. That's in the works, man. You got a lot of this year I want to implement a new soundtrack. So new intro song coming soon, new outro song coming soon, and just some elevator style music to play in the background. So be on the lookout for that. My socials, also be on the lookout for that. I will be on Twitch more than likely, making the beats and the songs live. So if you're not already, follow me as well on Instagram, Twitter, Twitch, TikTok. Same thing for Knicks everywhere, man. So that is about it. I will catch you guys tomorrow for the Summer League preview and the Knicks kickoff Summer League at 4 p.m. on Friday. I'm Aura. I'll catch you guys on the next one, man. Have a good night. Peace.